Hey everybody, it's the joy healer Kathy Weiss here, helping people like you find deep fulfillment and lasting freedom at the level of your soul, which is joy. And I do that by using my natural gifts as an intuitive, clairvoyant, and source energy channel. This is your weekly energy reading for the week of August 9th through the 15th, 2020. And blam, we're just gonna jump in and dive in. Let me give you like a super fast overview. I'm gonna right away go into talking about the energy. I got a cool crystal grid down here I'm gonna share with you and what's going on with that. And then maybe some energy healing, but I'm hearing probably not. And there's no written channeled message, but everything that is coming up today is flowing through, and we'll definitely have an oracle card. Okay, so there's a lot of really great stuff. And the first thing you need to know is it is all about the green, and green is a color and energy that symbolizes change. So change is coming, and change is they're like, don't leave out the word rapidly. So change is coming this week. It's coming rapidly. And all morning, I've been hearing words like out of the blue and seemingly out of nowhere. And then behind that, a little subtext, but not really unexpected. Hang on to that. We're going to come back to it. I want to show you what I have down here. I intuitively created a crystal grid, and we'll come back and talk about what that means, what intuitive means to help you understand what's going on. But right down here, let's see if I can come with us. Here we go. Is this crystal grid that I just created. And the way it works for intuitives is we just know. And sometimes I know that can make it like weird, or like, how am I supposed to trust you? And it's just because I can feel the energy, and this is it. This has to be it. Okay. So check it out. We're going to start over here. This is green garnet. This helps heal money troubles. Next, we have moss agate, and this is going to be really important this week. It helps ground you to earth, and it creates an energy of stability and perseverance. So, with this change that's coming in, that's not unexpected, but like, oh my God, all of a sudden here it is, that's going to help you persevere through the real world action steps you're going to need to take that come along with the change. This is a spotted type of jasper. It's really nurturing, so it's just going to help fuel you and keep you feeling safe and calm during this change. This is green tanzarine. It's a rare African quartz. And this one I feel like really helps you connect to source energy and your spirit guides and your source of connection and wisdom and information that you're going to need, again, to help get you through navigate the changes that are coming up this week. I keep going. There's more. There's more. I know. Let me get through this. There's more. This is citrine, and citrine is just all about prosperity and wealth and bringing that into play. Some fluorite for good old general protection. And right here in the middle, selenite, kind of acting like a sponge and just absorbing any negative or unwanted energy. I'm hearing to pull things out of the ether that would distract you from what you're about in this week of really sudden, really fast, really intense change. Off to the side, just because it might be nice for you to know, I also have some purple howlite that I know sometimes looks blue on camera. And this is just a really nice sort of like connection to third eye intuition. I have it more for me here, but it's nice for you guys to know that that is also with us. But check it out. Look at how much green is showing up everywhere today. So, along with that color of green that I've been really tapped into today is the number 55. And 55 is an angel number that is considered one that is signifying change, and change that's coming rapidly. And it's just sort of like flashing in my mind like an alarm clock, like 55, 55, 55, and then like 555, 555, like, here we go. Don't freak out. Whatever the change comes, you need to know a couple of more things. Number one, there has been a lot of change in collective, right? As a whole, as societies, we have been asked to shift and adapt and change a lot this year. This is not the change or the energy of change that's happening next week, or this week, next week. Maybe it's going to be 2 weeks. Maybe that's why it's coming out that way. But what's coming up this week and next? Yeah, okay, that's why I kept dropping into saying next week. It's going to be about a 2 week window where the change that's coming up is more individual. This is more about changes in each of our lives, that it's like, boom, here it is. You kind of been asking, wishing, or hoping for it, and now ready, set, go. Okay. I keep hearing to remind you that you're safe and that things are just going to be busy and fast. And if you can let it be fun or exciting or feel good, that will ease any sort of that feeling of like, wow, this just came out of the blue or out of nowhere. Okay, now I'm being asked to explain to you a little bit more about intuitive, or why, like, I created the grid with intuitive wisdom, or even like recognizing the colors and the energies that are coming up. So, energy is a wave. It travels like a light wave or a sound wave. And as someone who's highly sensitive, I can feel that. Like, if you could imagine your energy field like a bubble, most people sort of like at the edges of their bubble is where they stop feeling, but mine is much more permeable. And so the energy can come all the way in. And I can, this week for sure, I can almost feel sensation on my skin associated with the energy. That's why it feels really urgent and it feels really important to communicate it clearly to you. And so when I feel that, my job is, because it's just a wave or a physical sensation, my job is to interpret it and put language onto it. And when I see images, that's called clairvoyance. But the intuitive part is because I'm feeling the energy and I just know. Just like you would know if somebody was touching you, that's what a touch feels like. Just like you were hearing a song or a sound or like a bird singing, you just, that's a bird singing. So with this type of energy, when I feel it, I, this is what it is. And I hope this is making sense. And I would love it if you would like tell me in the comments if this is making sense or not, because I can find different ways to explain it if you need a little bit more like help understanding the intuitive part. So there's a lot of trust on my part to try to communicate something to you that is maybe a little bit esoteric or you can't see. You're like, well, how do you know those are the crystals? And how do you know that it's green? And how do you know the change is coming? Because I feel it. And then it also takes great trust on your part that I am being sincere and I'm being forthright and I'm offering you the information in an unfiltered, unbiased way. Which is cool because when I'm really tapped in like I am right now, it's like almost like a multiple golden threads like coming into the crown of my head. It comes from the same place as meditation. That means my thinking judgmental mind is shut down and I'm just giving you pure stuff. Um, so like that, then it's your free will to take the information and receive it and trust it and use it and follow the guidance, or to decide for whatever reason it doesn't land with you or you aren't ready or you aren't prepared. Okay, we good? Awesome. So I think that's really what I'm hearing, is that's really important for some of you because you have been listening or watching or following along with me on your weekly energy readings for quite some time. I feel all of a sudden really emotional, but it's like all of a sudden I unlocked a piece of understanding for you. And I can feel hearts opening wide into a greater place of trust and a greater willingness to hear and receive the information that's being passed along to you, and like a softer sense of receiving and trusting that you can then apply it with wisdom to your life. And a handful of you who are like, I'm receiving and I'm hearing, but I don't know how yet in my own life to apply the information. that's when we work one-on-one together. That's when you reach out to me and I can take the energy and the information and interpret it very specifically to you and your energy, because I feel not only collective energy, when given permission, I can also tap in and read individual energy. Please know that I do exercise really, really high morals, values, and ethics around reading energy. And I only read people's energy with their permission. And permission is given when you book a session with me. We're going to have an oracle card now. So, oracle cards are really fun, inspirational tools. Oh, if that landed on you about, a one-on-one session and the permission to read your personal energy, for the month of August only, I do have some special offers on readings that go along with the Entrepreneur Oracle's crowdfunding efforts for our, I was gonna say our debut deck. You can go grab information at entrepreneurauracle.com if you want the special offers. If you just want to learn about me and straight and direct, thejoyhealer.com. Okay. Ready for an oracle card? Inspirational tools that help us tap into our own intuition or help me tap into the wisdom and guidance. Maybe we'll get things from a different perspective, get out of the normal box of thinking, things like that. These are not fortune tellers and they are not answer givers, but they help us to uncover the answers that already lie within. And this is Colette Barron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle. When you do work with me one-on-one and we use oracle cards, I'm going to hold the deck just like this, and you're going to tell me where in the deck your card is. And often what people do is they look for lines or breaks or cards sticking out. Sometimes a card just jumps out of the deck and it's like, well, that's the one. But I'm definitely drawn today. There's a couple of, oh, no, that's the same spot. This really big mammer jammer kind of split in the deck right there. And this is Ant Spirit, and it says time to collaborate. Okay, I got really excited because the Entrepreneur Oracle, which I mentioned, is 100% a collaborative effort, and it took a lot of willingness and bravery, I think, on my part to do something as a member of a team instead of on my own. My introverted nature would rather just like hide in my little cave and do everything by myself. But here's the thing that I'm being invited to share with you. That deck could not have been created by either myself or my friend who invited me to do this with her, Andrea, because we both contributed different parts. So most guidebook or most oracle decks come with a guidebook full of messages, and it was my role in the collaboration to channel all of the messages for the Entrepreneur Oracle. Andrea contributed some as well, but the main meat of the message for each of our cards I channeled from source. And then each deck has unique art, and Andrea is 100% responsible for the art because, y'all, I draw stick people. And the art is fantastic. She has a cool story around the art. We should invite her in to tell us the story. But Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Be courageous about this, guys. I know it is sometimes difficult to say, I can't do this alone. It makes you feel really vulnerable, and it can be scary. But the truth of the matter is that we as humans are society, right? We are all gifted with unique talents and abilities. And when we come together and you bring yours and I bring mine and this person brings theirs, way more wondrous and magical things can happen than when we just try to figure it out and do it on our own. Not that we can't. I get it. You are smart, intelligent, capable people who can figure everything out. And sometimes what you're figuring out is that you don't have to do something alone. You can get help. Woohoo! High five me on that. The guidebook says, when Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's time to celebrate the benefits of working in partnership with others as a part of a community or tribe. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, You need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co creating your reality with others and with spirit. Oh my goodness, that part is so important. You cannot leave spirit or source energy or whatever you call that out of the puzzle. If I could go back to the example of the entrepreneur oracle, the entire deck and process of bringing it from an idea into reality was intuitively guided by source. It was like, oh, I got this download, it's supposed to go like this. And then Andrew would be like, oh, I got this download that we're supposed to do this. And I got this download that we need to bring this person and blah, 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 like that, back and forth. And it has flowed out with ease and grace, and it's stunning, and it's on its way into the world right now. And you can help us finalize it and get it into your hands and ours by supporting us at entrepreneurauracle.com. Or, like I said earlier, if you just want to connect with me and perhaps book a session with me and leave the Oracle deck out of the equation, you can find me at thejoyhealer.com. Like our guides are saying, these messages for this week are complete. We love you so much, and we're going to see you again next week for another weekly energy reading. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Oh, and thanks for using the comments. Okay, bye.